when I was 50, 54 something, my thyroid went. I didn't know what it was. I started getting sickening, coughing. Jeez. Well, this went on, so I went to the doctor. He don't see nothing.
Yeah, he went through every medical book trying to diagnose himself. And thyroid was the first thing they tested for, but it never reflected on the tests.
From then on, it took 8 years. 8 years of horror. Of horror. Really, I mean horror.
It's horrible. If you love somebody, it would be like that for anybody, and you have such a strong love. And me and my father are always very close. So that was like, oh my God, I'm going to lose my father and my best friend.
And it came down, they sent him out to Mayo Clinic, and they said there's nothing wrong with him, it's mental. He's had a mental breakdown. And then he started losing weight. He went down to about 118, and he was like 190.
Well, I figured maybe it's a little touchy in the head. Well, I was there with all the nuts. And, oh, geez, what they didn't put me through.
People were telling him that he had mental problems. Everything was psychosomatic, that it was a function of the art that he was doing. They thought that perhaps he should go in for a session of psychological counseling, so he went into a group therapy session. And they told him that basically he was losing his mind.
We had to cater him, like there's something wrong with his mind. It's just in your mind, Pop.
When I went back home, I got out of it. After a while, it took a little doing, by the way. I went back home. I went to a new doctor.
Somebody took another test at the end. He was down to his last 2 days.
I was just about dead. Just about dead. I'd give it up. So finally, he finds the thyroid. Buff, he gets the injection, and I came back to life.
And it cured it, but the problem after that was to get the right dose of medication to stabilize it.
Sure enough, I felt better. I felt 100% better. I said, this can't be. I'll kill somebody. I could have killed him. I would have strangled him. Nobody took the blame. Nobody.
He really took offense to his family because we didn't believe him there was something wrong with him. I said, Pop, what was the options? You dying of cancer or you crazy? I said, I'll take crazy. And he kind of resented us for a little bit after that.
I mean, you can't believe the agony I went through for 8 years. This was during my 50s and right up to my early 60s. I mean, I almost killed myself more than once. But we couldn't take it. I just couldn't take it.
And then he had the strokes. He recovered from the first one. He had another one, and he recovered about 90%. And then he had the real bad one.
So this is what happened. That's what happened. Everything happened. So that's the final blow. I mean, I got this other thing to worry about.
From 1995 to the end of the 90s, Frank suffered a total of 2 major strokes and another 5 or 6 minor strokes. It was extreme. It did a lot of damage in his brain. It took him a while to recover.
He's just overcome all this, and he still can talk, he can still get around, he can still take care of himself.
This is what was done just when I was making up my mind to do new things. And that, if you look carefully, you'll see a different shade of tones. And then, pop, I got hit. And that's it. And that's when I quit. Couldn't do it anymore.
I say he was about 2 notches up from a vegetable. Sent him to rehab, and they turned him right around. He couldn't even walk.
He had such a hard time with his speech, and you know what you want to say, and it comes out wrong, and he got very depressed over that.
He can't remember somebody's name. He gets a little dazzled there, but I mean, he's still all there. I mean, we went to Brooklyn yesterday, first time in 15 years for him, and he go left, go right, go left. He took me right where we had to go. So the brain's there. There's no doubt about it. It's just expressing himself at times.
If you'd have come along maybe 3, 4, 5 years ago, I'd have been swinging. And now I don't know what the hell I'm saying. It's just done. I start to say something else comes out.
Because, he went through depression. And he wasn't that type of person. He was always up, very positive. And so when somebody goes through depression, it wasn't easy. I think it was more the enjoyment of life that got him depressed, more that he couldn't golf. I think he he did so many great paintings and everything that what more was there to prove? So, I mean, to try to keep proving yourself over and over again when you're already great, I don't think, and that had nothing to do with it.
Oh, geez, what a mess. I am a damn mess. I should be dead. I don't know why I'm alive.
I would say that the grandchildren keep him alive. That about sums it up. That's what he lives for. He loves them.
I love kids, and I guess maybe it's because I don't speak well in front of people, you know, something. And then with the kids, I get along. I can speak as stupid as I want, and it comes out, and they understand me. And so be it. I don't know how other people feel about a guy who speaks garbled English, but it could be that you know, please, Dad, not now. So I figure I might as well speak to somebody who understands me.
When I'm in the studio with Frank and the grandkids come over to visit, his face lights up, the kids go wild, they jump on him. It's just, it is a scene out of Norman Rockwell.
I can't see anything else I'd rather do. What would I do? Where would I go?
Just that gave us a big scare this winter when I flew back from Florida. And we thought that was it. I mean, he had a stroke and pneumonia. And he just looked, I mean, it was, everybody's calling me, Holly, he's not going to make it. And I'm like, oh, please, he's going to be okay. You know, Dad always comes back. And when I came here, I was like, oh, boy, he didn't look good. But he came back again.
I only regret now that, with this handicap, you know, I can't move, I can't, you know, you just...
The major problem is he's got incredible numbness in his right hand and his right arm. And he has occasional micro tremors, so if he starts to paint or draw, occasionally he'll just have a little jerk and it'll destroy the entire thing. So what he's done is he's switched to his left hand, and he's taught himself to paint and draw left-handed. And some of the stuff he's been doing is incredible.
He gave up art after he had the stroke. I don't know if it was the rehab place told him, said, Mr. Frazetta, it's your mind that does it. Your arm is just the extension of your mind to do it. And sunk in his head, and he started doing it. And they were more artsy. They were a little softer.
I hear you drawing with your left hand.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know that?
You told me.
You can't draw with it. Zero.
Was it hard?
See this? That's about all I could do.
Man, squeeze it. Squeeze it. All right, I get the point.
Imagine that. My left hand has to do the work.
I'm a lefty. What's up with that left hand? I'm a lefty.
Yes, but I'm right-handed.
Not anymore.
He hasn't worked throughout his life with his left hand. Why would he work with his left hand? Why would you write your name with your left hand if you're right-handed?
Everything starts in here, and I guess in the heart, and in your personality. What kind of person are you? It all has to do with Frank's mental ability as an artist to get that picture made under any conditions, which has always been his credo. That's where it begins. Everything else is extraneous. You don't draw with your hand. You just don't.
And I don't think I have to point out to you, in human history, there's only a very few examples of people and artists going from right hand to left hand and doing work of any kind of quality. Daniel Vierge, I think, did it because he had his right hand removed. He had to switch to his left hand and did quality work. The only example I can think of.
No, I couldn't do it. I'd find something else to do.
Of course, you know, there's Frank being the inspiration, and he was when we first started, so if it had to happen, you could just look over your shoulder and there's the man doing it. You go, well, okay,
Yeah.
you know, let's go.
Yeah.
Get on with it.
Well, the guy is a fighter. The guy is a warrior. He is not going to capitulate to what's been thrown at him.
I think he's going to really, he's going to surprise us more in the next year or two. I think we might see some paintings that are even better than what he's already done, you know? I mean, he's that kind of person.